know how many of you are still running. I know a lot of you were initially when we started these classes 1,000 years ago when lockdown began. If you guys are still running, then this is just like some really nice, helpful tips, I hope. Some exercises that you can do before or after a run, why they help. It's also just a nice flow, so even if you're not running at the moment, you'll still have a nice little yoga flow, but it's good for you guys that are running or that do run. This is hopefully going to be quite beneficial for you guys. So let's start, bring ourselves down onto the mat. Make sure you've got enough space around you to do the class. You're not going to smash into anything. You're not going to crash into any walls or windows. It's quite cold today. I don't know about you guys, wherever you are, but it's absolutely freezing here. Okay, I'm going to bring this in front of me so I can follow my notes. So let's start seated. Give yourself a little wiggle around. Just shake out any little bits of extra energy that you might have when you come down onto the mat. So I tend to have a lot of excess nervous energy. I'm just quite an anxious and nervous person, so I need to shake out quite a little bit when I come down onto my mat. So if you do need to do that, give yourself a little wiggle. Maybe you want to move those shoulders, circle your body, lift those hips off the ground, and just give yourself a little move around. Do whatever you need to do. Maybe you want to move that head. And when you feel like you've shook out all of that little bit of extra buzzing energy, bring yourself to a nice seated place, nice and still. Cross your legs, palms on your knees, facing upwards towards the sky. Drop the shoulders down, close your eyes. And let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen and send all of your air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And as you exhale, reverse the breath, draw the navel in towards the spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. Start to tune into your breath, tune into your body. Tuning out our surroundings. Tuning out any wandering thoughts or worries, anything that's cluttering your mind. So maybe you start today by taking an imaginary broom and sweeping your mind clear, so you've got a nice blank slate to start with. Feel each inhale rush through you as though it's cleansing your body from the inside out. Exhale, reverse the breath and push everything out that you are not using. So that can be used for anything that might be causing you pain. You can imagine just pushing it out physically and mentally. Inhale, we cleanse. Exhale, we push it all away. Let's start to sit tall, lift through the spine, ground through the sit bones. So we're grounded, but we're lengthening. Feeling ourselves melt down into the mat as we sit tall. And I want you all to just think today, one thing that you are grateful for. It can be anything, it can be something so small, something that seems small to you, but just holding on to that thing that you are grateful for that makes you feel lifted. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves that we do have things that we are grateful for, even if we're having a low day, or even if we don't feel good, even if we're feeling a bit sorry for ourselves. Maybe lockdown is starting to wear on us a little bit. So let's just hold on to that little thing that we are grateful for. Maybe we're grateful that we can see an end in sight to being on lockdown. Grateful just for the chance to be on your mat and move your body. Grateful for your family, grateful for your house, grateful for food on your table. And breathe, inhale, expand your abdomen. Exhale, release. And let's start to check in with ourselves. Check in with those key tension points. So drawing those shoulders down away from the ears. Letting the neck grow long. Start to unfurrow the brows, softening the facial features. Letting go of any tension you're holding in the face. Unlock the jaw, unclench the back teeth. Draw the tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. We tend to hold on to stress in subtle ways. One of the most subtle ways that we do it, and we may not even realize that we're doing it, is by locking our jaw and clenching our teeth. And this can cause us a lot of neck, back, and shoulder pain. It can also contribute to headaches. It can contribute to stress. So just checking in and making sure that we are unlocking our jaw throughout the day, making sure we're not frowning unnecessarily. And notice the difference in how we sit when we release those tension points. Let's start with a little bit of gentle mobilization. So start to draw your chin towards your shoulder. Doesn't matter which one. Gently rolling that head from shoulder to shoulder. And if you want to progress that into a full head roll, by all means. Sending it the whole way around, both ways. And gently bring yourself back to center. Let's go into our shoulders, roll them up to the ears, down the spine. Drawing circles with our shoulder blades. Up to the ears, down the spine. Really nice, nice and indulgent. Imagine that you're lifting them up to the ears and drawing them towards the floor. Get deep into your shoulder girdle. Maybe you want to even put your hands on your shoulders and use your elbows to draw those circles so it looks like you've got little wings. Open the chest. Pull those shoulders together at the back. Really nice. Deep breath, inhale. Lovely. Really nice. And take those arms out now in line with your shoulders. Start to hinge across to the right, as though those fingers are trying to reach the right side of the room, but still keep those left fingers engaged as well. Keep those bum cheeks planted down on the mat as you reach. If you feel your left bum cheek lifting, just gently bring yourself back into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale gently back to center. Start to hinge across to the left. Inhale. Reaching with those fingertips to touch the other side of the room. Gently back to center. Pull the arms behind you, opening your heart center. Pull the shoulder blades together at the back. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Deep breath. Inhale. Drop the shoulders down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting that heart center. Pulling the shoulders together behind you. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release the fingers and bring them together at the front. Imagine that you're hugging a giant beach ball. Pull your shoulder blades apart at the back. Drop the chin down to your chest. Inhale, making a C shape with your spine. Pulling those shoulders apart. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, really breathe into that C shape, pulling those shoulders apart. And gently let go. Let's stretch the side of our body. So we're going to drop the left hand in line with our left hip. Bring the right arm up and over, reaching all the way across. Remember to keep your sit bones down on the mat. Keep the neck long, the shoulders down. The right finger's trying to touch the left side of the room. If you want to drop down onto your forearm, you can, but make sure that chest stays open. Inhale. Exhale, we reach. Lovely. Take a nice deep breath here. Reaching all the way across. Gently back to center. Drop your right hand in line with the right hip. Left arm up and over. Left hand to the right side of the room. neck down, neck long, shoulders down. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, reaching fingers to the right side of the room. If you want to drop down onto your forearms, just remember, bum cheeks staying down on the mat. Push into that left hip. Make sure you're not lifting. Feeling the stretch from the hip to the fingertips. Trying to add inches onto that side of the body. And gently bring yourself back to center. Let's take a little twist through the spine. Right hand comes behind you like a secondary spine. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit tall, drop the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, push that knee away and twist, looking all the way behind you. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. So when we twist, we're compressing our organs, releasing any toxins from those organs. And when we release the twist, we allow fresh blood to run through the organs. So that's why twists are nice, energizing postures. They're nice to start and finish the class with. Deep breath, looking all the way behind you. Exhale, release the twist, bring yourself back to center. Left hand behind you like a secondary spine. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, sit tall, inhale. Exhale, push the knee away, inhale. And exhale. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Really, really nice. Keep pushing that knee away, really feeling that twist through the spine as you gaze all the way behind you. Remember that back arm is a support post, not a leaning post. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, gently bring yourself back to center. Take your palms in front and bring yourself into an all fours position on your mat. Stack your joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Pushing down through your palms and feel the energy through your knees, the tops of your feet and your hands. Pushing down into the mat as though we're about to hover off the mat. That's how much energy, almost lifting you off the mat. And if you'd like to go a little deeper here, tuck the toes under, gently lift the heels, keep the spine flat, engage the core. Push into your feet. Feel that engagement in your core, in your glutes. Remember your breath here, don't hold your breath. And give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently drop the knees. Drop your navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky in your cow pose, opening your heart center. Exhale, we arch like a scared cat, pushing the crown of the head towards the floor and spreading our shoulders wide. And again, inhale, mobilizing our spine, gazing upwards. And exhale. So if you would like to, you can continue here, mobilizing your spine in your cat-cow. And those of you that would like to freestyle this movement, get a little weird, get your wiggle on, by all means, giving yourself that free movement. Use your breath to guide you through the movement. And this is a really nice part of the class because you can truly get into whichever part of your body you need to. Use your breath to get into all those corners, the nooks and crannies, waking up your body. Get as weird as you like. Really, really wiggle. And it's lovely. We're practicing from home. You truly can do anything that you like. Get as strange as you might like. Deep breath to guide you through that movement. Inhale. And exhale. Really, really nice. So maybe you want to turn those wrists around, push into the front of your wrist. Good for if you're practicing hand balances. Maybe you like to sit all the way back into a child's pose and just reach out with your hands. Maybe you want to push all the way forward into a cobra. Maybe you just feel like you just want to move those hips in a figure of 8. Maybe you want to draw circles with your body. Whatever you're doing, just using your breath to guide you through the movement. Don't forget about that slow and steady rise and fall of your breath. Really nice, everybody. Give me one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, gently bringing yourself back into your tabletop position, spine flat, wrists under shoulders. Take your right leg, bring it out behind you in a straight line, pointing that toe. And I'm going to show you from the front what we're going to do. You're going to take that right leg, With your right toe, you're just going to draw a semicircle. Bring that right leg the whole way around. It's going to come in line with your left knee. The right leg is straight, left knee bent. Walk your hands back and start to roll up through the spine, bringing yourself up into your gate pose, shoulders down, hips squared to the front. What I mean by that is that you're not dropping back with your right hip and sticking your bum out. Everything's squared to the front. So if you want to, you can take your fingers and thumbs onto your hip bones. And that's how I always know that my hips are aligned. Making them nice and straight ahead like car headlights, I always say. Bring those arms in line with your ears. Take a nice deep breath, lengthening, drop the shoulders down. Start to reach with that right arm. Bring it down your right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Make a sort of half moon shape with your body. Keep your chest open and push into that left hip. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, reach with those left fingers. So kind of like what we were doing at the beginning in a seated position, but a little more dramatic. Reach with that right hand. Keep the chest open. Lovely, everyone, looking good. Take a nice deep breath. And on your exhale, take that left hand down in line with the left knee. Bring that right arm up. This is another version of gate pose here. Stack those shoulders, wrist to wrist, a nice straight line, deep breath, inhale. And if you want to stay here, lovely. If you want to go further, lift the right leg, bring the right arm out in front. Toe to hand, straight line. And if you'd like to go further still, if you want to get a little back bend here, bend the right knee, take the right hand behind and kick that right foot into your right hand. Taking a little balance, find a place to rest your gaze, a drishti. And wherever you are, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release, bringing yourself back to center. Draw that right leg in, back to your all fours position. Take that left leg out behind you in a nice straight line. I'm going to show you again from the front. That left foot is going to draw a semicircle. So bring it around so it's in line with your right knee. Start to walk the hands back. Roll up through the spine. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Make sure those hips square to the front like car headlights, so you can bring a finger and thumb onto your hip bones. And honestly, I still do this now, and I've been doing yoga for 12 years. So you really can do this whenever you're doing a hips forward pose. It's a really good way just to remind yourself, my hips a little bit unbalanced. Is one hip backwards? Just putting fingers and thumbs and steering them. Bring those arms up in line with your ears. Take a nice deep breath and bring that left arm down towards your left leg. The right arm comes up and over. Push into your right hip. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, keep that heart center open. So what we're trying not to do is fold ourselves forward, collapse forward. We want to keep ourselves in that nice half moon shape, pushing into that right hip. Inhale, we lengthen, trying to add inches onto the right side. Keep the neck long, the shoulders down. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, the right arm comes up and over. Right hand in line with the right knee. The left arm up from shoulder to shoulder, a nice straight line. Deep breath. And if you would like to stay here, lovely. To go a little further, we lift the left leg, we bring the left arm out in front, straight line, finger to toe. And to go further still, bending that left knee, take hold of your left foot, kick that foot into your hand, give yourself a little shoulder and back stretch. Deep breath. Wherever you are here, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently letting go. Release, bring yourself back into your all fours position and just drop your bum onto your heels, into your kneeling position, your thunderbolt. So options here, option 1, simply just as you are, kneeling, making sure that spine stays nice and straight. Drop the shoulders down, inhale. And if you would like to go a little further, you can do thunderbolt with your toes tucked under. So that is literally kneeling and tucking your toes under, so you're sitting your bum on your heels. So this is going to give you a little bit more of an intense sensation. It's quite satisfying in a strange way, but of course you can stay kneeling in just your normal thunderbolt if you would like to. Sitting your bum on your heels wherever they may be. Drop the shoulders down and breathe. So the reason that I like to do the thunderbolt with toes tucked under is because I like to follow it with toes pose. So toes pose is a really good one for runners, and it helps prevent plantar fasciitis, which I always forget how to say, which is a disorder of the connective tissue, which supports the foot arch and results in really bad heel and foot pain. So by stretching the shins and the arches of the foot, it's a really good way to combat that. So that's really important for runners. So we're just going to stretch the arches and our heels this way first. Deep breath. And then just tuck your toes under. Bring your hands behind you, planting them on the mat. So this is our toes pose. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to roll onto the tops of your feet and just lift your knees. So it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's a really good way to just stretch the arches, stretch the shins. Deep breath, inhale. Keep those shoulders down and give me 5. Breathing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very gently bring yourself back to kneeling. And I just want you to shuffle your bums towards the back of the mat if you can, and just start to bring your feet about hip width apart. As you do, draw your palms onto the mat, send your palms forward, bring your sit bones up and drop your chest towards the mat into your extended puppy pose. Really, really nice. Here we're stretching our chest, our abdomen, our shoulders, our upper back, the tops of our hamstrings. And if you want to get deeper into your shoulders, feel free to lift up onto your fingers, gazing between your palms. Deep breath, inhale. Navel to spine, so the same as we would in down dog. Deep breath here. And exhale, really breathe into that stretch. Chest towards the mat, bums up in the air. Feet and knees, make sure they're parallel out behind you. If you are particularly flexible in your spine, this is a very satisfying one, I find. Take a nice deep breath. Plant your palms, draw your chest along the mat and drop yourself into your cobra pose. So we're going to take our Sphinx pose or our cobra pose. So Sphinx pose, your forearms are on the mat. You're going to lift your chest, drop the shoulders down. If you want to take cobra, you can walk your hands back slightly and lift the forearms. That will give you a deeper bend in the back. So those of you looking to deepen your back bends or who have more flexible spines, wherever you are, cobra or Sphinx, let's not forget about our lower body. So just point your toes to engage your legs, and this will lift your knees off the mat. And when you do that, you'll feel that nice engagement in your glutes, your hamstrings, your bums, your lower back. Drop those shoulders down, opening your chest. So if you'd like to here, you can start to roll yourself forward, dropping your chest towards the mat. And exhale, lift. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, lift. So this is good for working on spinal strength and mobility. And dropping forward. And lift. And if you are in cobra, I want you to drop down into your Sphinx pose. We're going to stretch our shoulders out. So we're going to do quite an intense shoulder stretch. So if you feel like this is a little bit much, just pull yourself back to here, the center, your cobra, making sure that you're still engaging. So you're still pushing down through the forearm, still pushing down through the feet, pointing those toes and lifting the knees. So taking your left hand now, you're going to take your forearm out to the side of your mat. Roll onto your left side, onto your left hip, and drop your left ear to the mat. So your arm is out behind you. Bring your right fingertips onto the mat, and you're going to push into your hand and just roll deeper onto that left shoulder. Use your right leg as a lever. So if you pull that right leg back, you'll feel yourself deep in that shoulder stretch. You can also bend the knee and plant that right foot. That will get you even deeper into the stretch. So with every breath, try and get deeper into your shoulder. And if at any point you feel like this is a little bit much, pull yourself out, bring yourself back into your Sphinx pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, gently bring yourself back to center. Take a little Sphinx pose, a nice engaged Sphinx pose. Make sure you're pointing those toes. Give yourself that little moment of engagement. Pull the shoulders down. And then we're going to draw that right arm in line with the mat. Rolling onto your right hip. Drop your right ear to the mat. Bring that left arm up on the fingertips. Bending the elbow. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, pushing into the mat with those left fingers. Rolling deeper onto the right. If you want to use that right leg as a lever, by all means do. You can also bend your right knee. Plant that right foot. Inhale. Exhale, deepening that stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice. Inhale. And exhale. And give me one more of those. Gently back to center. Bring yourself into your Sphinx pose. Push down through your palms and push up into your upward facing dog. Tops of the feet on the mat. Really good for posture, this one. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, tuck the toes under. Push up into your downward facing dog. So if you want to take bent knees here, by all means do. Spread the fingers wide. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Externally rotate your shoulders. So you're making sure you're not going to get a rotator cuff injury. Slight bend in the elbows. Draw the navels in towards the spine. Make sure there's a straight line from the base of your spine down to your hands. Gazing between your legs, which should be about hip width apart. So this is a really good stretch for strengthening the shoulders. We're stretching the arches, the calves, and the hamstrings. Down dog's a bit of a powerhouse. It's a bit of an all-rounder. It really does energize and stretch pretty much the whole body. So take a nice deep breath here. You're going to inhale. Start to lift the heels, raising up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift. So we're getting deeper into stretching our calves. Exhale, lower. Keep that navel drawn in. Try and keep that down dog position as you lift. And lower. So if you've got tight calves and hamstrings, this is a good one to just start to gently ease them. A little bit open. And lower. And give me 3. And lower. 2. And lower. And 1. And lower. Inhale, drop forward into a high plank position. Make sure wrists are under shoulders, body in a nice straight line. Knees start to drop, but don't let them hit the mat. As you do, send the bum back towards the heels, push up, downward dog. Let's do 4 of those little circles. So we go plank, knees, bum, down, dog. Let's go for 4. Knees, bum, down, dog. Let's make it fluid. Knees, bum, down, dog. 2 more. Knees, bum, down, dog. Last one. Knees, bum, down, dog. Well done. Really nice. Take a nice deep breath. Send that right leg out behind you into your 3-legged dog. Draw the knee forward and plant the right foot. As you do, drop that left leg. Untuck the left foot. Bring yourself into a low lunge, also known as a runner's lunge. Bring those arms up in line with your ears. Sink into those hip flexors. So, runner's lunge. It's called a runner's lunge because, surprise, surprise, it's good for running. What we're doing here is we're stretching our hip flexors. We're also strengthening our quads and our hamstrings. So, all those things very good for runners. Take a nice deep breath and sink into that front knee bend. And if you'd like to join me here, we're going to take a little twist. You're very welcome to stay here, or you can split the arms. Send the left arm forward, the right arm back. And if you want to go further still here, the right hand comes back onto the left calf and reach back with that left arm. Deep inhale. Also good for back bends, which we've been doing a lot of this week. Take a nice deep breath. On your exhale, windmill those hands back around on either side of that front foot. Bend the back knee, straight the front leg, and flex that front foot. So another really good one for runners, another version of runner's lunge. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to peel yourself forward, drawing your torso over your thigh. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. So try and keep those hips squared to the front. Keep that spine nice and flat. And as always, you want to make sure you've got a nice straight spine. So you might not get as deep into the stretch as if you curve the back, but it will be a much more It will be a much more, I can't even think of the word. It'll be a much better stretch if you keep the spine nice and straight. We'll just go with better. Hinging at your hips, so you'll really get into the hamstring properly rather than just curving the spine and getting yourself lower into the stretch. So a lot of our injuries in yoga do come from straightening our legs and curving our spine, and that's how we get back pain and all of those issues. So as always, much better to have a straight spine and not get us deep into the stretch than curving the spine and giving ourselves an injury. Take a deep breath, plant that right foot, bring yourself back into your low lunge. So we're just going to plant our palms. So if you'd like to stay here, lovely. And if you'd like to join me for a little twist, take your left hand to the outside of the mat. Take the mat out of the equation. Bring that right arm, so your bent knee arm, out in front. Take that right arm, circle your right arm all the way behind you. And if you would like to, you can pick up your back foot with your hand. Take a nice deep breath. Give yourself that little monkey twist, trying to draw that left foot in towards you. Deep breath. Inhale. Really nice. Gorgeous. Take a nice deep breath. Sink into that monkey twist. Lovely, everybody. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the twist. Drop that foot. Place your palms back on either side of that front foot. You're going to tuck your left toe under, lift up, and as you do, bring yourself up into a standing split. So taking that left leg up behind you, starting to draw the torso towards the thigh. Take a deep breath. So again, we're opening up our hips here, stretching our hip flexors. Take a nice deep inhale. Bend both knees. Drop the left knee towards the right ankle. And straighten. Let's go for 3 of those. Let's go 3. And straighten. And 2. And straighten. And 1. And straighten. And as you do, I want you to step all the way back with that left foot. Plant the right. Bring your arms up on either side of your ears into your high lunge. So really good for knee strength, good for your balance. Healthy knees, very important for runners. Hips squared to the front, deep inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms on either side of that front foot. Step back into a plank position and either pushing straight back up into your downward dog or join me here, little vinyasa. Elbows come in, come down through your chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing dog. Push back, downward facing. Well done, everyone. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg, all the way up towards the sky. Draw that left knee in, plant the left foot, and drop that right knee and tuck the back foot. Really nice. Well done. Low lunge. Runner's lunge. Arms up in line with your ears. So we're getting into our hip flexors, strengthening our quads and hamstrings. So if you're happy here, lovely. If you would like to take a twist with me, the right arm goes forward, the left arm goes back. Deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, drop that left palm back. The right arm comes up and over. Sink into that front knee bend. Inhale. Exhale. So you're very welcome to stay in your low lunge. You don't have to come this far back. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmill both hands round on either side of that front foot. Bend the back knee, straight the back leg. Flexing your left foot. Hips squared to the front. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, hinging forward. Deep breath. Spine nice and straight. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So remember, keep that spine nice and straight. Try not to curve it. Even if it means you don't go as deep into the stretch, you'll notice it's a much more valuable stretch. You'll get nice and deep into that hamstring. Keep those hips squared to the front. Inhale, peeling yourself forward. Take one more deep breath. Gently drop that left foot back down. And we're going to take our right hand now to the outside of the mat. The mat comes out of the equation. Left arm comes out in front. And if you want to, you can circle that left arm all the way back behind you. And if you want to go further, picking up that right foot in your monkey twist. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the foot, dropping it back down. Place your palms on either side of that front foot. Tuck your right toe under, lifting the knee. Deep breath, and on the exhale, step forward, bring yourself into your standing split. So from here, breathing deeply, we're going to drop the knee towards the ankle and straighten. And let's go 3, and straighten, and 2, and straighten, and 1, and straighten. Drop that right foot back, bring yourself up, high lunge, arms in line with the ears, knee bent, knee above ankle, sink into that front knee bend, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, drop the palms, step back into your plank position. Make sure wrists under shoulders, body in a nice straight line, either pushing straight back up into your downward dog, or join me here, tucking the elbows in and come down. Push forward, upward facing dog, lovely, and push back. Downward facing, really nice. Slight bend in the knees, gaze straight ahead, step, float, or jump through to a seated position on your mat. Draw your feet together like palms. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So you're drawing your knees apart from each other, dropping them down on either side of the mat. It gives you that nice open feeling in your hips and also increases blood flow to your pelvic floor. So you're very welcome to stay sitting tall if you'd like to take a little forward fold here. Draw those feet out in front a little bit, making a diamond shape with your legs. Hinge from the hips, remembering to keep that spine nice and straight, and bring yourself forward. Still use those elbows to push those knees open. Bring yourself all the way forward. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sinking deeper into that forward fold. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. So just bring yourself deeper with every breath, and let's take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently walk yourself back into an upright position. Straighten your legs and bring your feet together. Point those toes, making your legs like a fishtail. So we're just engaging our legs, pointing our toes, legs together. Bring your palms underneath the small of your back, drop down onto your forearms, and push that chest up towards the sky. Let the head roll back, taking your fish pose. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, really feel that in your shoulders. And exhale. And take one more deep breath here. Gently release the arms and roll all the way down onto your mat. Bring your arms out at your side. Hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side, releasing your spine on the mat. And then take a deep inhale, straighten your left leg out and reach that right leg up towards the sky, flexing the foot. So hand to big toe pose, really, really good one for hamstring stretch. It's really good for nice healthy knees and a really, really good one to do before or after you run. So you can either take your hands to the back of your thigh, your calf, or if you feel like you've got the flexibility today, reaching for your big toe. So, you know, if you feel like you can reach for your big toe, but today's just not the day, really, really just listen to your body. So this whole week, I haven't been reaching for my big toe. I've just got really low energy. I felt like, you know what, I just want to give myself a gentler stretch. So if you're feeling like that, absolutely listen to your body. It's not accepting defeat. It's just being kind to yourself. It's putting your ego to one side, which is really important in yoga. So take a nice deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, gently draw that leg closer towards you. So we're getting deeper into the hamstring. Inhale. And exhale. Really well done, everyone. Inhale. And exhale. So this is probably one of the best hamstring stretches. And wherever you are, we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend that right knee. Take the left knee towards you. Take your right ankle to your left knee. Place your palms on the back of your left thigh. So we're taking that reclined pigeon pose. Inhale. And as you exhale, pull that left knee towards you. So we're opening our right hip here, and we're getting into our right glutes. So this is a really, really satisfying one, I find. And it's a really good one to do before or after you run. It's really getting into your hips and your glutes. Also, if you have trouble with your upright pigeon pose, if you have trouble with the hip opening, if you have trouble with your leg alignment at the front, this is a good one to practice to just give you a little bit of help getting there. So deep breath, inhale. Exhale, pull that knee in towards you, really, really opening that hip. Deep breath. With every breath, draw that left thigh in towards you a little more. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, release, bring your legs into a tabletop position. Take your right knee over the top of your left, like you're crossing your legs, like you're laying down on an imaginary chair. Take hold of opposite hands, of opposite feet with your hands. So we're pulling our feet apart and towards us. So this is reclined cow face pose. And what this is doing is increasing mobility in the hips. And I don't need to tell you that that is a very important thing if we're running. It's also good if you're a cyclist. So just feeling yourself as you pull those feet apart and towards you. You want to feel that nice stretch through the right hip. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale, always bringing those feet apart and towards you. Really feel that deep stretch through the outside of your hip. One more deep breath here. Gently bring yourself back to center, straighten that right leg and reach that left leg up towards the sky, flexing the foot. So hand on the back of your calf, on the back of your thigh, or reaching towards your big toe. So you might find that one leg you reach for your toe and one leg you don't. For example, my left is a lot tighter than my right. So I'm not going to reach for my toe on that side. Deep breath, inhale, and as you exhale, gently drawing that leg towards you, getting into that hamstring. Try and keep the legs straight. Try not to put your hands on the back of your knee joint either. We want to keep nice, healthy knees. So try not to pull there. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, reaching to pull that leg towards you. Really, really nice. Give me 5, 4, 3, really nice, 2, and 1. Bend the left knee. Draw the right knee towards you and take the left ankle to the right knee. Reclined pigeon pose. Placing your palms on the back of that right thigh, inhale, and as you exhale, pull that knee towards you. So we're getting nice and deep now into the left hip, the left glute, opening up, and remembering working on our alignment and our hip opening for when we do upright pigeon, which we will be going over again at some point this week, next week, because we're at the end of this week. If anyone's keeping track of the days, that is. Take a nice deep breath, inhale, and as you exhale, pull that knee towards you. Really, really nice. Feel that opening in the hip. And give me one more deep breath. And gently, gently release. Bring your legs in to your tabletop position. This time the left leg is going to cross over the right. Taking hold of opposite feet with your hands and drawing those feet apart and towards you. Deep breath, inhale and exhale, increasing mobility now in the left hip. Deep breath, you're going to feel that stretch all the way down the outside of your left leg, your left hip. Pull those feet apart and towards you. And I also quite like to rock from side to side when I'm doing these ones lying on my back, just to release my spine a little bit. Really, really opening those hips. Deep breath. Give me one more here. And release. Bring the legs back into a tabletop position. Finish with a little supine twist. So drop those knees over to the left, gaze to the right, reach that right arm out. Always looking in the opposite direction of your knees to get the maximum out of your twist. So it goes from the base of your spine up to your neck. Twist, as I said before, really nice way to energize your body. Also a nice way to relax. I like to start and finish with a twist. Deep breath. And exhale. Gently bring yourself back to center. Drop the knees across to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale. And exhale, gently bringing yourself back to center. Hug the knees in towards you, Apanasana. Give yourself a little rock from side to side, releasing your spine on the mat. And in your own time, starting to stretch out, ready for your full body stretch. Point the fingers, point the toes, bring the arms up above your head, imagining someone's got you by the fingers, someone's got you by the toes. You can't get away. Imagine they're adding inches onto your body. Reaching from one side of the room to the other. Give me 5, 4, and while we're here, pouring all of your mental tension in as well as your physical tension. And I want you to build up that tension. We're going to build it all up and throw it out like a big old tension bomb. Screw those facial features up. Draw the shoulders up towards your ears. Give yourself a million double chins, beady eyes, ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Limbs shaking from the stress. Give me 3, 2.5, ugliest face you've ever made. Keep stretching, keep reaching, pouring all that mental tension, everything that's annoying you, making you sad, making you angry, upset, everything that's getting to you this week, just throw it all in. We're going to throw it all back out into the universe, even if it's just a temporary fix. Just reaching. 2.5, 2 and 3. And 1, release. Bring those arms down by your side, feet forward and open. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And if you need anything for your relaxation, jumpers, socks, blankets, cushions, drink of water, dim the lights, pop some music on, whatever you want to do. Feel free to do that now. My hair is very crazy right now. And just bring yourself down onto your mats, on your backs. And again, as always, if you don't want to stay for your Shavasana, that is absolutely fine. Feel free to sign off. I know it's not for everyone. Otherwise, melt down into your mats. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen. Send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs, filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And exhale, release. And just bring yourself back to where we were at the beginning of the class. Tuning out your distractions, thoughts, and worries. And just check in with yourself, reminding yourself of what you're grateful for before you store that thought away in the back of your mind. Take your imaginary broom and sweep your mind clear of any clutter. Allowing only your breath to run in and out. Melting down into the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And start to check in with those key tension points. Shoulders away from the ears. Facial features soft and gentle. Unlocking your jaw, unfurrowing your brow. Unclench the back teeth, drop the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Start to take your attention towards your feet. Feeling them unravel, falling open. Each toe unraveling one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs becoming lightweight on the mat. All the way up to the base of your spine and feeling yourself unravel, trickling down into the mat like water, melting down into the mat. All the way up to your shoulders and feeling them draw down your spine away from the ears, allowing your neck to grow long. Arms lightweight at your side and palms open. Fingers unraveled as though the batteries have fallen out of you. As your shoulders draw away from the ears, your neck grows long, your head becomes light. Face soft, jaw unlocked. Finally, the attention comes to your chest and abdomen. Slow and steady rise and fall of your breath, drawing your body deeper into a calm relaxation. And take these moments now just for you, to tune into your body, your breath, your mind. Allow yourself to become peaceful. Allow yourself to think only of your breath. To indulge in melting into the mat, becoming one with the earth, free of thoughts and worries, focusing only on that slow and steady inhale and exhale. Gently wiggling your fingers and toes, drawing awareness back into your bodies. Hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side on the mat. Bringing yourself over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. Then gently bringing yourself up to seated. Palms on your knees, sitting tall, dropping the shoulders down. And taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen. And as you exhale through the mouth, let out a deep sigh. And again, inhale. And exhale. And one more for luck. Inhale. And exhale. And draw your palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me and sharing your Saturday evening with me. Remember that there is 2 classes tomorrow, Sunday morning, 10:15 a.m. on Zoom only, and tomorrow evening, same time. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Namaste. And any of you guys on Facebook, you're very welcome to take the Zoom class tomorrow morning. You just have to sign up via the website. It's free, just like all the other classes. Tomorrow evening, obviously, we're going to do our restorative, so I'll do a nice energizing one for us in the morning. Have a lovely rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. I am going to log off and have my dinner, and I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your evening, and hopefully see you all tomorrow morning or evening or both.